I have been getting lots of questions from people asking me about the amnesty. What is the amnesty? The amnesty is a program by the government that will help to clear all of your fine. It will help to clear all of your overstay. It will help to clear every abscond issues we have with your company, with your boss, and you'll be exempted from any kind of fine on your labor card, on your Emirates ID and more. To know more about this, to get the full information, the date, the timing of the Amnesty 2021, kindly watch this video to the end. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me again, your girl, bringing to you the latest happenings, events, traveling, food, blogs, every news and information concerning your residency stay here in the United Arab Emirates, the expo going on, anything here that is going on here in the United Arab Emirates. If you're watching this video for the first time, please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking on the red button and also on the bell notification so that whenever I make a new video, you will be the first to get notified. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in and returning back to my YouTube channel. And so, for the benefit of those who do not know what the amnesty is or what the amnesty is all about, the amnesty is a program that is usually implemented every year by the UAE government to help to clear fines, overstay, absconding issues, and every other issues that is being imposed on you, on your Emirates ID card, on your labor card, or on you as a person here in the United Arab Emirates. Sometimes we get these fines knowingly, sometimes we get this fine unknowingly. Sometimes the fault, the mistakes might be ours, and sometimes it might not be ours. It might be as a result of circumstances, and then we are not financially buoyant to make payments, like to pay outright for these fines. And then with time, gradually the fines keep accumulating because they are fines that daily they keep accumulating, they keep growing. So now these fines keep accumulating, these fines keep growing until it gets to a stage that it gets so huge that we cannot make payment for these fines. Now there is this program called the Amnesty. This Amnesty is really a relief program that will help you to clear every of your fines. It will help you to clear every of your overstay. And then for absconding issues is when your boss, when your company, when your sponsor put a complaint on your visa that you ran away from the company, you walked out on the visa and then you are blacklisted or thereabout. So the amnesty program will clear away every abscond issue or any blacklist or whatever negative statements your company, your sponsor, or your boss has put in your passport. Remember, on your visa rather. Remember, these are negative statements about you, and they will therefore affect the validity of your visa. So that is why it's good to clear away anything like abscond or blacklist on your visa. So the amnesty program is a program that will clear away every of these, like I said earlier on, overstay issues, and now the absconding, the blacklist, and every other fine that is imposed on your Emirates ID card. So when the amnesty program starts and then your fines has been cleared off by the UAE government with the help of the amnesty program, then you have two options. You can stay back in the country, like regularize your residency, or you can exit to your country and stay for a period of 6 months and then return back to UAE. This time around, with the hope that you don't get fines and you don't get debts, you don't get issues that will accumulate on your visa that will require another amnesty, hopefully. Okay, so If you are interested in the Amnesty program, there are two centers where you can visit. If you want to regularize your residency status here in UAE, like you don't want to go back home, you just want to regularize your status here in the United Arab Emirates, then you go to the AMA Center. The AMA Center is right here in Dubai. But if you would want to go back home to your country and stay for 6 months and then return, after which you would promise to stay clean without having issues on your Emirate ID, then you have to go to the Al Awi. The Al Awi is a little bit drive off Dubai. It's a little bit inside of Dubai, towards the outskirts of Dubai. If you are in Abu Dhabi and you are interested in the Amnesty program, please visit any immigration center in Shahama, Al Ain, and Gaba. And for those of you in Dubai, go straight to the AMA Center, or you go to the Al Awi if you want to exit to your country. So now guys, let me break it down. What are the services of the AMA Center with respect to the Amnesty? Okay, the first service of the AMA Center is exempting you from financial fines, especially with respect to your residency status, exempting you from fines on your Emirates ID card, label card, and also overstay. That's the first service of the AMA Center. And then the second service that the AMA Center will provide you, clearing your absconding issues. Absconding issues, most times, sometimes, I wouldn't say most times, sometimes we ourselves are responsible for bringing these abscond issues on ourselves, but every other time I think the sponsors are the ones that are responsible for just placing that absconding issues on us. You know, this is just a sheer act of wickedness. You know, sometimes I've seen instances, you know, whereby a sponsor was forcing somebody to renew her visa, you know, and she was like, I don't want to renew my visa, I don't want to work with you anymore. But he insists that the lady has to renew and she doesn't want to. He went ahead and put abscond. You know, sometimes the boss, your company might threaten you and then put abscond for no just reason, you know, and then we on ourselves can create abscond for ourselves by, you got a job, and because you feel frustrated in the job, because you feel you are maltreated, you just decide to take a walk, you know, you just walk away, you stop coming to work and all that. And of course, when your company doesn't see you for some time, what do? They have to put abscond. So if you have this issue on your passport, please kindly go to the AMA Center for the Amnesty, when the Amnesty starts, and this abscond would be cleared. And thirdly, finally, the AMA Center is the center you go for the renewal of your visa if you want to get a new visa. Okay, and then to the Al Awi. The Al Awi, they also carry out the services that is being carried out by the AMA Center, just that the Al Awi, it's a stronger body. You know, the AMA Centers, when you go to the AMA Centers, if your case is so huge, if your case is so difficult that the AMA Centers cannot handle your case, they will send you to the Al Awi. I've seen several instances. This is not they say. I have seen several instances because I have been to the Al Awi some years ago when I went with someone for the Amnesty program. So I know what I'm saying. The Al Awi instances, issues where the AMA Centers cannot resolve your issues, they will redirect you and give you a note telling you to go to the Al Awi. So Al Awi, the first services is you can be redirected from the AMA Center to come to the Al Awi. And then the second service of the Al Awi is also clearing of your overstays, clearing of your absconding issues, and clearing of your blacklist. Clearing of your blacklist, clearing of your absconding issues, and clearing every of your overstay in swift action. Another service of the Al Awi is if you want to return back to your home country. Okay, so the Al Awi is a service center where you have to come and then they'll tell you what to do so that you can go back to your home country, but you must stay for 6 months. you will stay for 6 months in your country, and then you can return back to the United Arab Emirates as a lawful citizen, and then you can start building back your life and ensure that you don't have amnesty issues, like you don't have issues with your ID card and residency status anymore. And I want you to know something about the Al Awi. The Al Awi are so impartial. They are so impartial in their treatment. You know, most times, like even when you go to the court sometimes, or maybe when you go to the immigration, you kind of think maybe these people are taking sides with your sponsors. At the Al Awi, the reverse is the case. You know, they believe you, the employee, is right. Like the sponsor, you're wrong. Why should you put a blacklist on this person? Why should you put a abscond on this person? You know, so the Al Awi is just there for you as the employee of a company. So I think really Al Awi is really the best place to go. In Al Awi, employee comes first, sponsor later, company later. Al Awi says employee comes first. Okay, so after you have been granted the amnesty by the AMA Center in Dubai or the Al Awi or any other immigration, like the immigration in Abu Dhabi, then you have to go to Shahama, Gaba and Al Ain. Then you will be required to submit some documents so you can finally go back home, especially for those who do not want to stay back to regularize their residency status. So what are these documents? So first of all, you will be required to get an exit stamp. Secondly, you'll be required to bring your passport, and if you don't get your passport, like if you don't have your passport is lost, your passport is stolen, or there's a story behind why you don't have a passport, you will be required to get an out pass from your consulate and a letter from your consulate stating that your passport is missing and you do not have one. You will be required to submit your air ticket, which should not be more than 10 days before the proposed date you're supposed to travel. So if you are to travel today, you have to get an air ticket that is not more than just 10 days back. So basically, this is just what the amnesty is all about. Like, there is nothing more on, there is nothing less to it, and the amnesty program has been taking place every year between August to December. Like every year, it usually starts around that August period every year, you know, and lots of people have benefited from it. I have friends, I even have families who have benefited from this in previous years, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and yeah, friends who have also benefited from it 2 years ago. So like, I have been going to the Al Awi and I know how this thing runs. So please guys, I know right now due to certain issues, most of us are having issues with our visas. We are having overstays, we are having abscond, we are having blacklist, especially the overstays. And now one thing about this overstay is when you don't make that first payment, when you don't clear your overstay, it begins accumulating. You know, it begins accumulating, and then it's no longer funny because the amount becomes huge. And now that it's so huge, it's so scary. You know, you're thinking, how am I going to pay it? So that's just what the amnesty is for. Okay, and now the update. The update is you waiting for the amnesty. Okay, the amnesty is supposed to start August, but it did not start August. Now, due to the expo, I am saying this based on the diggings I did. I did some diggings around. I got some little information from an inside source. Okay, I got a little information from an inside source, and when I asked when will the amnesty program hold this year, the answer I got was inshallah. You know, and then I did more diggings, more findings, and I also asked more questions from the inside. And inshallah, it might hold, it might not hold, but trust me guys, in life you have to plan ahead. You know, you don't put all your decisions in a particular thing. You know, Many people, several of us, are trying to make our decision based on the fact that the amnesty will hold this year, thereby exempting you for carrying out other actions that you need to carry out in your life that will make you moving forward. So guys, please, this update is to let you know that please guys, move on, because 90% the amnesty is not going to hold this year. Why? Because of the current Expo 2020 that's going on right now, and it's going to run through till on the 31st of March. And from now to the 31st of March 2022, I do not see the amnesty program holding. I do not see the amnesty program coming. So if you have anything you have to do here in the United Arab Emirates, if you have other plans, for yourself, please kindly move on with your plans. Okay, I have several people, they were thinking the amnesty is going to start so they can just go and go home. So they are just indoors, they change their plan, they're just relaxed. I'm going home next month, And then they had other options of getting smaller jobs around, but they weren't keen about it because the amnesty is coming in and then I'm going home. So now I'm giving you these updates as I got. I'm not really, there is no article, please note, there are no articles to say that the amnesty is not going to help this 2021. There's no announcements, there's no official statements, there's no advert, there's no newspaper saying. I am only saying this based on my research. I'm doing this based on the survey I carried out, and also based on the information I got from the inside, and then I put everything together, and it's speculated 90%. After checking everything, 90% the answer is that the amnesty is not going to hold this year, and that's because of the Expo 2020 that's going on. Even if the amnesty will hold, it will be after the Expo. Basically, the amnesty is not going to hold this year till 2022. So please guys, go on and carry out your plans for the year and move on with your life. Just know that the amnesty, it's next year. If there are other jobs you have, if there is other business you have, if there are other activities or engagements that you have to carry out this year, please go ahead and carry out every of these activities this year, and don't lag behind. Make sure you achieve positive things before the year ends, and so that you wouldn't say to yourself, I missed every of this because I was waiting for the amnesty program to start. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also remember to click on the notification bell so that whenever I have new updates on important news and information like this, you will be the first to get notified, as this is what I do, bringing to you the news here in the United Arab Emirates. Okay, so this message is for everybody from every nationality across the world. If you are from Europe, if you are from Asia, if you are from Africa, whatever part of the continent that you are in. As we know, the United Arab Emirates is a country for everyone. Pakistan, India, China, Sri Lanka, and then to Africa, Nigeria, Uganda, Kenya, Cameroon. And then if you go to Europe, we have Georgia, Armenia, Slovenia, Uruguay, Lithuania. Whatever part of the world that you are from, as long as you are here in United Arab Emirates, this message is for you. Please take this message dearly. Remember to share this video with your friends, because you never can tell. This video is going to be very, very helpful and resourceful to several people, because majority of us are having these issues of overstay, abscond, and blacklist in our visas. So thank you guys. I will see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe and click on the notification button, so when I make more updates, in case there is a change, but I don't see any change coming this year, then I'll notify you. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.